In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to multiply binomials and polynomials. We talked about binomials and polynomials. Binomials, there are two terms. In polynomials, there's more than one term, or monomials. So let's go over the do now question first. So if you look at the 15, how would you simplify the expression? So this square means what? You multiply 5x how many times? Twice. So the answer, 25x squared. And now you multiply numbers together, which is 9 and v to the second power and to the negative 1/2 power. So you're going to add them. So the answer is going to be 9v to the 5/2 power. And what about 17? You multiply 4c squared 3 times, or you can just multiply the exponents because we know the rule. You distribute this exponents to each letter and number. So I would do 4 to the third power and c to the what power? 2 times 3, which is 6. So it's going to be, you multiply 16 and 4, 64, c to the 6th power. Alright, so now we're going to multiply binomials, which is x minus 3 and 4x minus 5. So when you multiply these two, if you multiply just x by 4x minus 5, then you just do distributive property, right? But what if there's another term? What if it's a binomial, not monomial? So you can make a table of products. This is strategy 1. I'm going to introduce 2 strategies. So you need to choose one of them. You don't need to do both. So number 1, I'm going to make a table of products. So for example, I'm going to go, okay, when labeling the rows, I'm going to just put the element. Before we do that, we need to think about when labeling the rows and columns, think of x minus 3 is going to be x plus negative 3. Think 4x minus 5 is going to be 4x plus negative 5. So I'm going to put x plus negative 3 on the left side. So x and negative 3 and 4x negative 5. So now you're going to multiply this. So x times 4x, 4x squared, and negative 3 times 4x, negative 12x, negative 3 times negative 5, and 15, and x times negative 5 and negative 5x. So these are going to be the terms that you will get after you multiply them. So we're going to put them in order. Minus 5x, minus 12x, plus 15. Are we done? We need to simplify the like terms, combine the like terms. That's going to be 4x squared. Put it in the calculator if you don't know how to do. So now we get the simpler form of this. It's also called expanded form after you multiply. So this is what kind of, how can we name this polynomial? It's quadratic trinomial. Copy. And this is a strategy 2. I'm going to introduce another strategy. It's called FOIL. It's called FOIL method. FOIL method is really, really famous when you multiply binomials. So F stands for first, and O stands for outer or outside, and I means inner or inside, and L for last. So you see the first term of each binomial. So first term, I'm going to multiply the first term together, which is 5x and 2x. And what's the outside? What's the terms outside? We have 5x and 1. They are outside. So I'm going to multiply 5x and 1. What about the inside? So inside we have negative 3 and 2x. So this is inside. So this is inside. So I'm going to multiply negative 3 and 2x. And there's last. So negative 3 and positive 1. Those are the terms terms at the end. So negative 3 and 1. So let's simplify this. That's going to be 10x squared plus 5x plus negative 6x plus negative 3. And we do have like terms here, so we need to combine them. So it's going to be 10x squared minus x minus 3. So this is also quadratic trinomial. So which one is going to be easier for you? You may choose a table method, or you may choose FOIL method. It's up to you. Just remember first, outside, inside, and last. I need you to do number 3 by yourself. All right, we're going to go over this together. So let's use FOIL method for this question, FOIL method. So what's the first? 3x squared. What's the outside? Outside is 3x times by 2, which is 6x. And what is the inside? Inside is plus negative 4x. And what's the last? Negative 4 times by 2, which is negative 8. So we need to combine these. So I'm going to rewrite it. 3x squared plus 6x minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. So it's also quadratic trinomial. Let's do this. So first 4n squared, and outside it's negative 7n, inside negative 24n, and last negative 6 times by negative 7, which is 42. So let's combine these two like terms. So it's going to be 4n squared minus 31n plus 42. It's also quadratic trinomial. And the answer for C, I'll just give you the answer. And we don't have like terms. We're going to practice simplify each product using the distributive property or table, or actually, you know what, it doesn't matter. Like, you may use the table. It's up to you. If you feel okay better with FOIL or table, choose either one, and I need you to find the product of these 4 questions. The other questions is going to be the homework.